Just standing out the back waiting for my shuttle bus. They come in low and slow from every country in the world. Just bought my duty free, but I'm in the Qantas lounge. And a lovely array of breakfast here, which has stimulated my biological grazing mode, and everything about me is screaming, eat, 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 because it's good. There's no extra charge. But it's only 9:45. It's only 9:45 and I do 16-hour fasts. So I finished eating last night about 7:30, something like that. And I'm pretty sure that in the Qantas business area of the aeroplane, they'll be plying me with really nice foods and wines. And it's a 16-hour non-stop flight. But there's a bed there. I've always wanted to travel the bed across the world, so we take off about 11:20. I imagine they'll serve lunch. They might even serve an aperitif, which I shall enjoy. I'm going to treat it like a Wednesday lunch. Start drinking and eating and nibbling and just go gently through the entire afternoon. And then when about 10 hours to go, I shall hit the sack and hopefully wake up in Darwin tomorrow, ready to rock and roll, although it'll probably be bedtime there. We'll see. Only a couple of days in Darwin and then down to Adelaide, where I've just arranged to pick up my dog, and he'll hopefully turn up on Friday and we'll go for a nice run and a walk in Clonley. I'm thinking about when and how I end my travelogues, and I think it's going to be Friday when my dog comes home and we go for a run down Clonley and probably a swim as well, because it'll be hot, I hope. And I'm reflecting now, the sun's come out here in London Heathrow in the lounge, shining through the glass. It's almost like the sun's come out to welcome me on my way home. It's a 16-hour flight, but I'm really looking forward to it. I'm here in this business class. You've got these ultra-modern booths. I'm just going to turn the camera around and show you my spot for 16 hours. And so this all folds out to a bed. Sit by yourself. Beauty of 16 hours, because I change back. I sort of have a broad flight plan, but one of the things, when I was I booked in economy. It cost me £1,000, $2,000 basically. And then I had the chance to upgrade, or I tried to upgrade, but I couldn't get through to the upgrade sites. It wouldn't let me through, so I thought, oh well, I'm just going to be stuck next to a window. And for 16 hours, it bothered me a bit, because I like to get up every couple of hours after sleep because of the deep vein thrombosis thing. I like to just exercise and all that sort of stuff. And it's not a question of doing it, it's a question of, when you're at a window seat, bothering the other two passengers when you get out every couple of hours. I also like to drink a lot, which means I wee a lot. If you don't coincide that with your exercise, then you're up and down even more, and sometimes you have to sit there and wriggle because you don't want to bother the passenger next door to you. Anyway, last night I had these two offers to try to upgrade.
Yeah, they can go in the lockers.
One was for economy. Hello. Adding on to my little thing in the Qantas lounge, I've just been offered champagne, but it's 5 to 11 in the morning, and even I can resist alcohol before midday. Although I do plan to start once we've taken off. The real reason I'm doing the camera is I've just counted how long I've been away for, and it's be 51 days by the time I lob to Darwin, and another couple of days before we get to Adelaide. So that's 8 weeks. So 2 of the things I've missed. One was my new bass clarinet. Missed having played that because I only had it for 2 or 3 months and I was just getting into it. And the other thing's the dog. And of course he will have spent 8 weeks in a kennel with other dogs, so we're going to have to reignite the friendship, and that's why I've asked the people to deliver him on Friday morning rather than I get home late Thursday or late afternoon Thursday. And Friday morning he can come home. I'll take him for a run and a swim in Clonley. Looking forward to that. And to finish off finally, in the last 8 weeks I've been a few places where I felt I didn't belong. The back streets of Montmartre in the Muslim Quarter, where I was quite happy to be carrying my walking stick. Didn't feel all that comfortable in Strasbourg, although I stayed in the town centre, so I stayed right at the top of it. Like, I don't know how many hundreds of stairs it took to get up there. And business class is one place I know I don't really belong in. They'll tolerate me. I'd like to think that I do, but I don't. Such is life. Two things I repeat. One can never see the world. And the world is very empty of people. So I've travelled east into the darkness of the night. And we're still 13 hours and 19 minutes to go. And it's only 3:15 in my body clock time. So my plan is to stay awake until at least 6, maybe 7 p.m. And then that will still give me 7 hours or so sleep. So I'm filling in time reading books, listening to music. Just watched quite a moving, actually more than moving, it brings tears to your eyes out. When I watch those sorts of movies, I stop and switch off and wait till I recover. And it took me 3 of those to watch Anthony Bourdain, who obviously hung himself, as did my older brother. And so lots of things about Bourdain, and quite a good movie. Anyway, I'm here now. Let me change. So I've now got the espresso coffee, the Jameson whiskey, a little bit of black chocolate, and some shortbread biscuits. And I'm just hoping that they're going to keep serving me until I feel like going to sleep. And I'm really looking forward to raising my bed. See, you can make this into an actual proper bed, and they provide me bed sheets and pyjamas, and I have a good old sleep, and I'm quite looking forward to that, but not too soon because I don't want to wake up early. Just for the sake, if I'm sitting up right now, and 12 hours of sitting up to go, definitely $1,000 to go down this until the sun comes up. It's terrific. I just wanted to lead it up on a long walk. Here I am. So, coming into the top end of Australia, so few people, so few people. I've logged back in Australia, in Darwin, and I'll tell you what, the $995 for laying down and sleeping till my heart was content was bloody worth it. I have C5 and C4 or 6 degeneration in my spine, and to be sitting in the chair for 16 and a half, it's nearly 17 hours, would have been a nightmare. And every time I was woken up by some noise in the cabin by somebody, I was so grateful for laying down. I'm saying, okay, well that's another $100 worth I've just had, if it was an hour's sleep or something like that. And even just lying there was great. So I logged in Darwin here at about 3 o'clock in the end, because it was flight was delayed leaving, and also I think we must have been against the wind, so it's a bit more than 16 hours extra flight. And then Andrew picked me up from the airport, been back to his place. I thought I'd keep going until this evening, but I just didn't feel the energy. So I said to him, I've just got to have a nap for a while. I thought it'd be 3/4 an hour, but I think it ended up being an hour and a half. And now we're at the waterfront of Darwin. Hello, say hello, Josephina.
Hello, Josephina.
And so,
I'm handing that to you.
oh, sorry, thank you. So we're having what I'm now allowed to call champagne again, because I'm back in Australia. We don't have to call it Cremant, which is what the French call sparkling wine that's not made in some particular region. And we're having the half a dozen two Kilpatrick, 2 Dallifella, a couple of caviars, and a mixed seafood platter. All Australian seafood. In my opinion, Australian fisheries are the best. Well, that's the thing. I don't know whether they're the best, but I would say there is no fishery in the world that is managed better than the Australian fishery.